Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Andy here and welcome back to what is the final part of the LeMans 24-hour month. The month of June is coming to a close and that means that this is the final car in the Le Mans Month Classic Cars series, and we bring it right up to date with the latest edition and indeed the car that won this season's Le Mans 24 hours. It is the Toyota TS050 Hybrid. Not got it in the number 8 unfortunately, which won the race. That was unfortunate as I would have liked that, of course, but we do still have the equivalent. It's replaced the TS040, 2.4 litre V6. The previous engine was a V8 in the 040, twin turboed as well. Engine puts out somewhere around about 500 or so horsepower, and the battery power puts out around about the same amount. So at full whack, top output, this thing is capable of around 1000 brake horsepower. Phenomenal piece of equipment. Obviously debuted in 2016. This is the 2016 version of the car, and it lost Le Mans that year in absolute heartbreaking circumstances. If you remember, they were leading the race by about, I think it was something like 40 or 50 seconds, and with about 5 minutes to go, radio message came on that they were having troubles. The car started the last lap with 3.5 minutes to go and stopped just beyond the finish line on what was the last lap. The Porsche 919 came through and took the victory. The Toyota did get back underway, but by the time it finished the lap, it was over the maximum time you're allowed to finish a lap, meaning that after 24 hours of racing, they did not even get classified in the final standings. Absolute heartbreak. It harked back to previous Toyota heartbreak with the GT1. I think it was in 1999. They were on for a good result and possibly victory there when they had a puncture. While former F1 driver Ukio Katayama was at the wheels. So it wasn't the first time that Toyota had lost out. They came back the following season, though, if I remember correctly, 2017, seen another former Japanese F1 driver, Kamui Kobayashi, set the fastest lap ever at the Circuit de la Sarthe with the chicanes added. A 3 minutes 14.791, a phenomenal lap time from the Japanese driver. But again, in 2017, they couldn't get the job done. It was Porsche who then took their third victory in a row. From 2018, Toyota has been the only hybrid team in the sport, in the World Endurance Championship. Both Porsche and Audi dropped out, concentrating on other ventures, predominantly Formula E. So 2018 finally seen them get the victory at Le Mans, and obviously it came with much fanfare because a particular Spanish F1 driver by the name of Fernando Alonso had signed up to take part in the World Endurance Championship for the Super Season with Toyota. So it was round number 1 of Super Season, and they finally got that elusive 24-hour victory. They became the second Japanese manufacturer, to win the Great Race after Mazda, who obviously we looked at 2 weeks ago with the 787B, and they followed it up with the race a couple of weeks ago, and again it was Alonso's car, the team that he was in, that took the victory. So we're right up to date. This is the perfect finish for it. And what's good about this one here, before we take this around the Nordschleife, is we finally, for the first time in this series, apart from the head-to-head between the 962 and Project Cars 2 and Assetto Corsa, we now have a direct head-to-head in the time standings, because we've already taken the Porsche 919 Hybrid on this game, on Project Cars 2, around the Nordschleife. It done a 5 minutes 52.3. So we actually have a genuine time to go for, 5:52.3 to aim for. Can the Toyota beat the Porsche? Will Japan rule over Germany? Let's take it to German soil and see what happens. So here we are then on the Nurburgring, ready to start a lap in the TS050 Hybrid. Ignore that world record that you see on the left hand side in the timing screen, 5:22.6. We are looking for that lap time by the Porsche 919 that I mentioned beforehand. The 5:52.3 is our aim. I've got a hybrid to manage during the lap as well, and obviously this car has got plenty of grip, so hopefully we should be able to throw it into a few of the corners as well as we go around the lap. But here we go then, lining up to take the start through the final corner and bury the throttle. Already up to 4th gear before we get into turn number 1. Bit too much in the brakes, made a mess of that. And then down the hill we can keep it pretty much flat out through this section down here. Could have been nicer to the inside apex, but oh, got a tank slapper on that. Should have done some more practice laps. Been playing the new F1 game, so my eye's not completely in it. Coming up to the Flig plateau, and I'm going to have to lift up over here or we'll go flying over the top, but easy peasy. Now we can floor it up to 7th gear, 180 plus miles an hour, easy. We're going to keep it flat over there, through the left hand kink and then hard on the brakes. Throw it into here. And we've kept so much speed through that, it was ridiculous. Down through the valley, back up through the gears we go. I've not used any hybrid yet, I'm trying to save it for when I really need it. Down 2 gears quickly though. And into this section with these kind of cars that are so aero dependent, they're quite clumsy through these quick slow sections. Quickly we're using the hybrid there to propel me out of the corner a bit quicker. Through the kink of the left hander, getting it down to seconds, made a complete hash of that. Trying much too hard through here. Just got to calm down a little bit, and again just collecting the curb all over the place. Not the cleanest lap already, but through here we can just flat out. So much grip. Just can't get the car to slow the way I'd like it to. But we're still moving. Coming up towards Bergwick now. I'm going to save a bit of the battery because I'm going to need it after this because we've got that long run. Now we can get on the hybrid. It's going to use all of what's there, it'll regenerate itself through the rest of the lap for the long straight. We're now stuck in top gear, they're going about 170. Uphill, remember, through here. It's not the easiest bit, it's completely flat out through here though. It's trying to minimise the steering angle. I'm going to drop it to 6 just to keep the revs high and keep the acceleration good. Coming up towards the carousel. Get turned in. Not too bad. This is probably not what you would do with this kind of car, going around the actual carousel itself, but it's exactly what we're going to do. Easy through here and throw it into here. Back end does want to go a bit light in places, so just be so careful. And you're coming through this tricky section, but there's so much downforce in this thing, you just like can really just throw it into corners. Normally you're braking and downshifting a lot more for. Could have taken that a bit quicker. I know this corner's a pain in my backside. Down to 3rd for YouTube corner. Coming up. Let's take it easy through here, tighter than you think. And then we're coming downhill, got that tricky double braking zone jump area. Not in this thing, we're not, it's just down the hill and brake and then downshift just to help it. And now full power all the way along here. I'm not using the hybrid, I want it for the end of the lap, just using a little snicky it there. Oh, running wide, get it turned into the left. Oh, just held it into the mini carousel. And now we're onto the back straight. Now we're just going to use that hybrid up the whole lot, just in one big gulp, getting us up to 194 miles an hour there. It's starting as slow as gravity, and the aero doesn't want us to go much faster. We're now going uphill, remember, so you can see the speed is dropping every so often. But now we come downhill, that time's in sight, we're within time off the Porsche. Can we get through this final section and beat the 919 in the Toyota? Locking up into the final two corners, big tank slapper on the way in, and then into the final corner. The line comes up towards the end. We're going to just be inside it, are we? Yes we are, we beat the Porsche. Just beat it though, a 551.420, so we beat it just and no more. I think I could have been a bit quicker on that lap, a bit out of practice for the game, but this car has got so much grip, it is ridiculous. And now you can see why. Two-time Le Mans winner. Could have been free. It would have been, I think this would have been even more classic, excuse me, if it had won while Porsche and Audi were still competing. Most people are saying now, you know, up against non-hybrid cars it's too easy, but you've still got to be there at the end of 24 hours, so you know, you've got to give that to the team. But that is it for this episode, and that is it for Le Mans month. Next month is July, and we are moving on to Ferrari. We are moving on to the Scuderia itself. We're starting with a crossover. We're starting with a bit of a crossover. We're going to be looking at the Ferrari 330 P4. Now remember, we were done the GT40 at the start of Le Mans month. Well, this was the car it was up against at Le Mans, so we're going to start with that one there, and we've got a couple of F1 cars in here as well during Ferrari month. 90th anniversary of Ferrari this year, so we are going to have a look at the Scarlet Red machines next. But that is it from me for today. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that subscribe button. You'll see more content like this. You'll see my F1 race review videos as well. You'll also see my point of views, a stream on Twitch from the Project Cars 2 League that I race and coordinate in. Those get posted up as well, so plenty of stuff going on into the coming months, and with the new F1 game you might see some of that content coming very shortly as well. I just need to get comfortable enough with the game. But until next time, my name is Andy, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Ta-da.